Holy shit, that was hairy. I can't believe we pulled that off. The whole Adam Cat's garage is going to be talking about this for months. Wait till the others hear about the spanking you gave those raiders. Pow! You know? Hey there. Shoot.
Don't need anything today.
Later on, then.
Alright, I don't know what to do now. So I basically skipped to this because, there's really nothing walking up here to do. What I mean, there's like nothing, you just teleport back here. It's nothing, no problem really. What does it say to do now? What's with the weird music?
Oh, wow. Look at that engine. She's a beauty. Probably the last left anywhere. You know, you ain't so bad in a firefight neither. We could use someone with your talents down here. This is gonna make one hell of a dinner story. You earned every one of these caps, buddy. Hey, if you need more, I know the doc is always looking for people to find hard to pronounce things for her. Now, if you'll excuse me, my bearings are smoking. I need to unload this damn motor before the core goes critical just supporting the weight.
Where's this go?
How's it hanging, Bleacher creature?
Excuse me. Is it because of what time it is? I don't know what time it is. There's a greenhouse. It's pointing me to it. It's right here, so let's go out here. So, I had some problems getting this episode because the game kept crashing over and over again. And I think it's just when we entered this area, I think it was because of her power suit. It was in the engine. It was just messing up the game. It just took me forever, but it seems to be a lot better since she got out of her power suit. Like, I had to keep making saves just so I can get where. Alright, looks like we gotta go around here. Talk to Doc, I guess.
Welcome to the Centerfield Greenhouse. I'm Dr. McClintock, botanist and owner. Can I help you with anything?
Oh, what is this place?
This place.
The Centerfield Greenhouse is where I conduct my research into ionizing radiation on plant life. I'm trying to understand and harness the consequences of the increased genetic plasticity found in them since the war. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have about it.
So, you're a doctor?
I studied under Dr. Pensky in Vault 81 for many years, and am now conducting my own research into polyhybridation and forced evolution of plants.
What have you got for sale?
A variety of items grown in my greenhouse. I am also buying normal and irradiated blood packs, as well as fertilizer.
Let's get down to business.
You get right to the point, don't you? Okay then, let's try to come to some sort of agreement.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
Of course.
What's your take on Diamond City?
I love it here. I have a lab, a clean bed, a shower, and a suitor who cooks for me. Not many people can say that. I'm lucky. But something tells me you had something more specific in mind?
What's the security like around here?
I'll have to admit, they're not great at conversation, but the sheriff's department has kept us very safe since their inception. The sheriff is an outcast. She was raised by and to be one of the Brotherhood of Steel in the Capital Wasteland.
Her unit abandoned them some time ago. I'm told she worked as a caravan guard after her unit was killed in the wastes. Time and circumstance brought her to us during an ambush on the city. She took the city's best guards and molded them into a remarkably effective urban combat team. They established a perimeter outside the wall and became known as the Fens Sheriff's Department, fueled primarily by whiskey and cigars. I sleep very well knowing her snipers dot the rooftops around Diamond City. They say even rats have a hard time entering the Fens alive.
It's kind of cool they have a lot of it, nice information to learn. Ask about the citizens.
Rumors about how folks are feeling around here?
Henry Cook doesn't like us much down here. DP upstaged that supposedly fancy bar, which is objectively a dump, and brought price competition. How that rat's nest ever got the reputation as being an exclusive establishment for the upper stand socialites is beyond me.
Alright, ask about kidnappings.
What's the word around town? Excuse me.
He's like, nope, no word around town.
Anything?
Rumors?
Any good rumors?
I heard that an old Slocum's Joe in Lexington was overrun by the Institute since. It doesn't add up. I wonder what they were looking for.
Let's get down to business.
You get right to the point, don't you?
Ask her work.
I heard about Lily stomping her power armor through the bleachers with a motorcycle engine strapped to it. Was it you that helped her?
This structure wasn't originally a greenhouse. In fact, the entire second story was collapsed in on the first. There was no actual second floor left. Mr. Dr. Pepper gathered his friends, and together we filled the entire first floor with soil from under the stadium foundation. The soil you're standing on goes all the way down to street level. You're in what is effectively a giant glass-covered flower pot. However, soil quality was very poor and incapable of sustaining the heavy turnover of carbon-fixed materials in the greenhouse today.
I've been working with materials from Vault 81, Brahmin dung, and standard fertilizer, but I really need industrial-strength soil interventions. That's where you come in. Are you up to hunting down large quantities of pre-war chemicals?
Do you have any more details?
The first treatment I need is to replenish soil nitrogen levels, and a job this size requires urea, and a lot of it. It was a pretty standard soil treatment for large-scale farming before the war, and is used to recondition poor post-war soil on today's farms. But make sure you're prepared. It's stored in large drums. They're big, super heavy, and must remain perfectly sealed.
Fine. Just point me in the right direction.
That's wonderful news. I need you to find as much urea as possible to replenish the nitrogen content of my soil. It's big, heavy, and usually stored dry. Make sure you have enough space to carry it back when you find it. You should start your search in any chemical plants and warehouses, or even farms, particularly high production or poor soil quality farms.
Did that complete the other quest? Yes. Well, no. So I guess I gotta help her now, then something else will happen? I don't know. Guess we're gonna do that quite soon. I'm just, a little paranoid it's gonna crash again, so let's make a little save, because it did crash when we first went into this greenhouse. Hope everyone doesn't have a ton of problems like I do. This happens every once in a while, so just gonna make sure you save when you do this kind of thing. Anything to say? No. Huh, it seems like she doesn't stay in here 24/7, so maybe we could. Well, she might be going to her quarters. That's what she might be doing. We could have just not had to go in here, probably. It's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting music too. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to get out of here. Oof, I don't like the long loading screens because that's a good chance it's gonna crash. Okay, we're good. Never mind. We're good. So what it says, where do we need to go? It's a very heavy item. Luckily they have unlimited like storage space. So then it's probably gonna point us to another person after that. You know, we're just gonna build up our I don't know. Oh, nice T-posing.
Hey there.
Hi, welcome to Left Field. The jewel of the great green jewel of the Commonwealth. A little slice of Nuka World, without all the assholes to fuck it up.
And you are?
Mr. Dr. Pepper at your service. Owner and operator of this beautiful establishment. What can I help you with?
What is it?
Story with this place?
This is the Left Field, my friend. A little piece of Nuka World put here just before the bombs fell, if the records we found were to be believed. It was a smart business move, you ask me. Folks on a triple spend any amount of money to shut the kids up. Think of the markup. I was chasing after a cat one day and it squeezed between some plywood behind a huge pile of lawnmowers. I was pretty hungry, so I kept after it. Pull some wood down and I find this place all boarded up, like the rest of the city. Makes you wonder what else is out there.
What have you got for sale?
Food and drinks for the citizens and security, mostly. Myrna managed to scrape together a working cooling unit. We actually have cold soda.
Gossip.
Any good rumors?
Insider tip. Irradiated blood plus Nuka-Cola Quantum cures cancer. You should try it. Best when used as an enema. I read it on a terminal once.
This place looks too good to be true.
Beautiful, isn't it? They say war reveals your true self. One man saw the blast, and he found his true self on that fateful day, 200 years ago. He weighed the sum of his life, his hopes, and dreams. He looked at his family, and only one thing entered his mind. Boarding up a novelty diner. Our hero did what no other man could that day. He left his family for dead in a hellish, blast-scorched radiation furnace, and went to get some plywood. Thanks to that moron's family's unwitting sacrifice, we can have a cold one in this beautiful diner today. So make your order count. Cute story, huh?
Let's get down to business.
Sure thing. We talking trade or service?
Got any work?
Not right now, but I found an old instruction manual for the installation of a soda fountain that didn't make it here before the war. If it looks like something doable, I could use someone to go out into that goddamn hellhole and find me the parts. I'll let you know.
Sorry, not interested.
Got any Nuka Mix recipes? I'm pretty sure I have them all, but I'll pay top cap for new ones.